Okay guys, so welcome back. Got a little problem with paint. What I did before I was getting ready for a paint job, I actually bought, well, let me rewind a little bit. When I was getting ready to spray paint these parts, I decided to save some money, and instead of buying expensive paint, I was gonna buy a cheaper paint, which is also good. Um, there's actually two main paint that I usually use, that I usually buy. One is Wanda, which I buy mostly. Um, it's made by Akzo Nobel, some kind of Germany or whatever brand. And the other one is the PPG. It's a DBC variant or line, DBC line. So the quart of this is pint, but quart of this paint cost about 250 bucks. Last time I purchased paint for Tesla, the blue color was like 280. And this one is usually 50 or 60 dollars for a quart. So I decided to save some money because this particular car is simple black with no metallics. I was hoping that if I get a regular black, I would get away with pretty good color match. So I got just a regular black. It goes on Toyota with no metallics or anything on it. And yesterday I realized, let me show you. And yesterday I realized that color was way off. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it on camera, but and right now actually in the sunlight it's not that bad. If you look at the distance, it's like this area right here is I buffed this little area, so I get a better view area. So if you look at this little area, there's not much difference, especially like if you look at the different angles. But during the night light, it's like day and night. It's like way off. This is like dark black, and this one is like gray. So yeah, what I'm gonna do, I already purchased the correct color, so I'm gonna paint this area and blend it into the front, so that way I won't have this contrast between two panels. And yeah, at this point I actually, let me switch to my stand. So at this point I have pretty much two options. I definitely do want to blend the color, but I have two options as far as whether paint parts as they are on the car and just mask the whole car. It's pretty easy. I can just toss the whole sheet of plastic over the whole car and then just mask the fenders off and you know, blend fenders. Another option I have is to take fenders off. And I kind of lean towards taking fenders off option because it will probably take me 5 minutes to take the bumper off and take headlights off and get the fenders off. Probably 5-10 minutes tops. But then I'll have to reinstall them and align them again, although it's not completely aligned, which will take me about 30 minutes. So it's kind of you know, it will be easier for me to sand, it will be easier for me to spray if I take them off. But if I mask them, I won't have to do a realignment, and but a trade-off would be it will be harder for me to sand it because I have to tape adjacent panels so I don't scratch the adjacent panels. So yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards taking parts off. It will be easier for me to spray, to sand, like I said, and it's really, I don't have much room in this garage right now, at least, to bring the whole car and paint parts on the car. I mean, it's doable, but I'm leaning towards taking parts off. So anyway, let's just take these parts off and get them sprayed again. What else can we do? Okay, so because I'm only gonna be blending door to this panel, I'm pretty much gonna put paint only to this half of this fender. Rest is gonna get just a clear coat. So I'm gonna sand this half with the 400 grit sandpaper and the rest with the 1000 grit sandpaper. Okay, so I want to try to set these up probably like this, vertically. That way, the less horizontal surface area there is, less chance that something is gonna fall, some kind of trash is gonna fall. There's still trash that is gonna come out of my gun because my conditions are not ideal, but still, you know, if I can minimize at least a little bit, you know, I'm all for it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this setup. Okay, so let's wipe it down and we will get it sprayed. Okay guys, so fenders are sprayed and I'm gonna let them dry at least overnight. The clear that I'm using is actually drying pretty slow. But it's a good value, in my opinion. It's a good value clear. Wanted to mention, when I'm comparing paint, and when I talk about the Wanda versus PPG, just keep in mind that Wanda mixes 2-to-1 and PPG mixes 1-to-1. So if you get a quart of Wanda, you will get a quart and a half of ready to spray paint. But if you get PPG, which is DBC, you will get 2 quarts of ready to spray mixture. So there is a little bit difference, but still prices like outweighs even that ratio. So yeah, when you get quart for $250 versus a quart for $50, and Wanda is a decent paint. I like it. It's a little bit thick. It creates an orange peel, but in my in my conditions in a garage, I can't get away without doing buffing. So I still have to buff, and buffing will cut down the orange peel, or will get rid of it completely. So yeah, the value wise, Wanda makes much more sense to me, and the clear that I'm using, Euro Clear, I can't remember the model number. That clear is a great value as well. It's about $100 or $150 for a kit, and you get 5 liters of clear and 2.5 liters of hardener. So you end up with 7.5 liters of clear. Not that anybody cares. So yeah, I'm gonna let parts dry overnight, and we'll put them back on tomorrow, and hopefully this time the color is gonna be a much better match. All right, I'll see you in the next one.